welcome to the makeup chair. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to apply fake nails, and I try and keep it very simple, but if you need any more help just let me know, and if you're interested just keep watching. So I just picked up some nails from I think it was the Euro 2 shop or something. It was like they were €2 and these are them, and they are 20, you get 24 airbrushed nails. These are them right here. So as you can see, they've got that kind of flowery design. Now it does have, on the tip of it, it does have this kind of a lilac-y purple, but you can't really see it very well because they're clear. And I don't really like using the clear ones because you can see the nail through them, which is just really irritating. So what I do is I paint the inside, whatever kind of color that I want, because if you paint the outside, you're going to lose the flower. So if you paint the inside, it just kind of shows up the flower, the design better. Found out which ones that I'm going to be using, the ones that fit me perfectly, and I've put them on this kind of stick with blue tack, and I've put them on, stuck them onto the blue tack front ways down like that, and then I've just painted the inside with a white nail varnish. Now you can use whatever type of coloured nail varnish that you want. You could use like a pink, a black, or any kind of colour like that. That's why I've just taken this white one, painted the inside, and then allowed it to dry. This is what it looked like originally, and now you can see it, like you can see the design much clearer. Now the only thing is they might not last as long because you have put something in between your actual nail and the glue, and then the fake nail that you're going to put on. So when it comes to finding the ones for your finger and you want to try and measure them up, just place them onto your finger and then kind of move them this way and that way. And if you can see kind of a gap in between, like on this side or on that side, try and make sure you place it in the center and then kind of move them. And you don't want the gap to be too big, and you also want them to be able to fit properly, that they're not feeling a little bit too tight, like they're like squishing the nail down or anything like that. You just want them to be kind of placed on there, but you don't want them to be seeping over the side either. Now as you can see, I've cut my nails back really short because one of them broke, so I just cut them all back to be the same length so that they're all growing at the same time. I soak them in some water and baby oil, and that just softens the cuticles up so that it can like remove the excess cuticles that are there. Make sure you don't go too far that you cause like bleeding or anything like that. And then I just did kind of a buffer over it and just smooth them out so they are like shiny, but there's no kind of nail varnish or anything on them. You just want to make sure that they're completely kind of dry and there's no oils or anything that's on the nail, because otherwise the glue won't take. So I've just done one side, so they're all up in there. We're going to go and do the other side. So the reason why I like having them on a stick here is because once I figured out like my pinky, my ring finger, middle finger and index, I can put them along there, so then I know which one's going on which, and I have my thumbnail as well there. I can't stress enough how important it is to be very careful with the nail glue, because it can cause blindness, it can completely bind your fingers together within seconds. Then if you try pulling it away, you could actually end up ripping the skin, which can be like very painful. Now I would say to have some a cotton wool soaked in some nail varnish remover just in case, because it will break down the glue, but I would try to avoid any contact with the skin whatsoever. It's onto the nail that you're going, that's it, the nail bed and the nail. Also, this is very watery one, so you know, if you can find one that's slightly thicker, they're actually easier to use. This one is so watery that I'm actually going to place it onto the nail rather than place it onto the fake nail, rather than place it onto my nail bed, because it's just too watery, it's just going to go everywhere. So we're just going to take a little bit of the glue, and you just place it. I'm just going to do the thumb first. Just place it on. I like doing my left hand first because I'm right-handed, so just do the opposite hand first, because once you have the nails on it can be kind of difficult. So then you're just going to place it over your nail bed, the fake one. Make sure you don't get the glue on your hands or anything. So just place it there onto your nail. Also, don't have it too close to cuticle. You want to make sure that you just place it near the cuticle, but not like touching the cuticle, and not underneath the cuticle. Very important not to have it underneath the cuticle. So I place it on, then I take my fingers away just to make sure there's no glue on my fingers. This gets stuck to that. If your skin gets stuck to the actual, which I've done before, but if it gets stuck to it, then it can be quite painful to remove it. I'm just going to take away any excess glue. Just place it on there for a couple of seconds. And make sure to keep removing your hands just to make sure that your fingers don't stick to it in case any of the glue has gotten on the top. And just have a little bit of pressure but not too much. And you want to make sure that it doesn't get onto your skin underneath the nail. So I tend to just pull my skin back a little bit back here like that, just to make sure that it doesn't get stuck on, because that can be very, very painful. And then you just want to leave it. So as you can see, I've applied them all now, and you want to make sure that you give them plenty of time to dry. You don't want to take a bath or a shower or go swimming or anything like that, because too much contact with water can actually break down the glue at this stage. So you want to be very, very careful. But that is what they look like. Now remember to keep them back from the cuticle. You don't want them to be going over the side either, and you want to make sure that you allow the glue to dry. And I would usually carry a little bit of glue with me. This is just the glue that it came with. It's not the best glue in the world, but you can get little tiny containers of glue that come separately, and then you can just bring that around with you if you need to top up at any stage or if something falls off. Especially if you're like at a wedding or something like that, you don't want to have just one, like nothing on it, and then just all the rest of them like full long nails. So I tend to bring it around with me, but that is what they look like. Now these aren't going to last as long because I do have the paint underneath. I do have the white nail varnish underneath. So the glue is not going to, last as long as it normally would, but that's okay because I want them to fall off naturally rather than me having to pull them. Now if you need to remove them, you can take a little bit of nail varnish remover, soak your hands in it for a little bit, just the tips of it, and that way you can remove it. And you also don't want to apply nails to broken skin or infected nails or anything like that, because you can actually further the condition and stuff like that. So you want to be very careful. And I can't stress enough how important it is to make sure that you use this glue very wisely, and that you make sure that you don't cause yourself to go blind or stick your fingers together or something like that. If you are under 16, please get permission, please get somebody to help you out if you can't do it yourself, and make sure you have supervision, because if this gets in your eye, you need to see a doctor straight away. So make sure that you have somebody that you can ask to bring you to the doctor if that does happen. And it is very, very painful to get this anywhere. You sticking your fingers together and stuff. I have done it in the past, and I've stuck my two fingers together, or stuck my finger onto the actual nail, and when you peel it away, it actually peels away part of the skin, or you can just be left with lots of glue in your hand. So please be careful when it comes to using this type of glue, and make sure you use a decent brand of glue as well. This is a little bit cheaper. I don't usually use the one that comes with the cheaper ones, but you got to make sure that you are using something that you can trust. Now if you're going into Claire's to buy these, you have to have your parent with you if you're under 16 or 18 or something like that, because they don't actually give glue away. That is because it is very dangerous, and also people can, I think solvent abuse and stuff like that as well. But it's flammable. That's also another thing that I must say, because this has happened to me before. I wore these, I used to work as a waitress, and I was lighting candles on a cake, and all my nails set on fire. It was for a birthday cake, and all my nails set on fire because it came in contact with the lighter, because this one set on fire and then they all connected. So my entire fingers were completely melted down. That is kind of everything. If you guys need to know any more information about nails, just let me know. I'm not a total professional on nails. I don't have a degree or anything in nail tech or anything, but I have applied lots of nails myself. I was kind of known for always wearing nails in school, but these are I really like them. They're kind of cute and fun, and they're a little bit long. It can take a while for you guys to get used to the length of them. Usually when I first start off, I would have them quite short, but now I'm pretty used to having quite long nails. So yeah, just be really careful and enjoy, because they look really great, and they can really make somebody's hands look very, very pretty. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm Sineadycady, and thanks for watching.